Right friends, welcome back to News at a Glance for 41st week. This is from 5th to 11th October and we are going to discuss briefly about the incidents, and this will be somewhat like a fast track round. Look at the first one. Supreme Court refused to modify its interim order on Aadhaar. Previously, Supreme Court stated that Aadhaar should not be used except for LPG and public distribution system, and now Supreme Court stated the matter with regard to privacy and identity will be decided by the Constitution Bench of Supreme Court. Please remember, Constitution Bench of Supreme Court will have 5 judges. Look at the next one. Writer Nayanthara Sehgal, Ashok Vajpayee and Uday Prakash, they announced that they are surrendering their awards. Several writers, poets are returning their Sahitya Academy awards, and they are announcing this in protest against. They alleged that government's inaction with regard to the murders of M.M. Kalburgi in Dharwad, Govind Pansarai in Kolhapur, Dabholkar in Pune, and the second incident is lynching of a person in a village near Dadri in Uttar Pradesh nearer to Delhi, with the allegations that he stored beef in his house by killing a cow. So, because of the government's inaction, and they felt that government's action is not up to the mark, that's why several writers are returning their awards in recent times. Look at the next one. London Film Festival opened with Suffragette, the story of Britain's feminist movement. Late in the 19th century and in the early 20th century, there was a movement for women's voting rights in Britain. So, the London Film Festival opened with the film Suffragette. After 15 years, India-Maldives Joint Commission met in Malé and India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj attended. Right, and President is on a 6-day tour. He is touring Jordan, then Palestine and Israel, and he is on 6-day tour to these 3 nations. As per the 2014-15 report on monitoring pesticide residues at the national level, vegetables constituted the 56% of the samples which had the pesticide content above the maximum residue level. So, the vegetables are worst affected as far as pesticide pollution is concerned, right? Look into the next one. The blockade of Indian supply trucks at the border points with Nepal eased to some extent, and Madhesis also recently stated they are ready to discuss with the Nepal government. TRAI means Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, statutory body established to look into the telecom complaints or as a regulator for telecom sector. Its new chairman Ram Sevak Sharma, who took over few months ago, stated recently that compensation will be given for call drops. If you are talking over phone, if the call suddenly drops, there will be compensation if TRAI's orders comes through in the near future. Look into the next one. Confederation of Real Estate Developers Association of India, popularly known as CREDAI, has moved CCI against the alleged cartel formation of cement manufacturers. The allegation is cement manufacturers came together and acted as a cartel by increasing the rates, and they complained to CCI. CCI is Competition Commission of India and it is the regulator for fair trade. Look at the next one. A boy, 21-year-old boy Rajveer Meena from Rajasthan created Guinness World Record for memory by memorizing 70,000 post-decimal places of the value of pi. Pi means, all of you are well aware, it is 3.14 and something, and decimal places never ends in the value of pi, and he memorized 70,000 decimal places and he is into Guinness Book of World Records, and the previous record was held by a Chinese person by memorizing more than 67,000 digits. Right, look into the next one, the black money under the compliance window. All of you are well aware, compliance window for declaring undisclosed assets abroad ended on September 30. And as per that compliance window, total black money declared by the persons who has undisclosed income abroad amounted to 4,147 crores of rupees, which is not much. Customs duty on ghee, butter oil increased from 30% to 40% because of cheap imports. Indian industry is being suffered, because of which the central government took a decision of increasing customs duty on ghee, butter and butter oil, and all of you are well aware, across the world agriculture prices and the prices of dairy products fell drastically in recent times. Look at the next one. Central government asked the Andhra Pradesh government for preparing the detailed project report for river linking projects in southern part of the country. Why they asked Andhra Pradesh government? Because Andhra Pradesh government recently connected Godavari with Krishna river with the Pattisima project, and in view of the successful implementation of Pattisima project in record time, central government asked Andhra Pradesh government to prepare DPR for connecting Krishna with Penna and Pennar river with Kaveri, right? Myanmar government will sign long negotiated ceasefire with 8 rebel groups. Myanmar has got so many rebel groups, and recently Myanmar government stated that it is going to sign ceasefire agreement with the rebel groups on October 15th. The Apu trilogy, that is 3 films. Trilogy means 3 films. The 3 films are Pathar Panchali, famous Bengali films, then Aparajito and Apur Sansar. These 3 famous Bengali films of Satyajit Ray were adjusted as the best films of the century, and they stand in top 5 of all-time greatest Asian films. Of the all-time greatest Asian films, these 3 films, Pathar Panchali, Aparajito and Apur Sansar, these 3 films stood within the top 5 films, and this was announced in Busan Film Festival. This is the 20th film festival being held in South Korea. Please don't forget, Busan is the port city in South Korea. 2 foreigners, one Japanese citizen and one Italian citizen, were murdered recently in Bangladesh within a gap of 1 week, raising doubts about the safety of foreigners and rational thinkers in Bangladesh. ISIS claimed responsibility, but the government disputed the claims by ISIS. Government states that there is not much presence of ISIS in the country. Look at the next one. NASSCOM stated that IT and services market will grow from $132 billion in the last financial year to $200 to $225 billion by 2020 and to $350 billion by 2025, and by 2025 out of $350 billion, $280 billion will be for exports. And don't forget, the NASSCOM president is R. Chandrasekhar and chairman is BVR Mohan Reddy. Second, India's Central Europe Business Forum meet was held in Bengaluru. IMF recently released World Economic Outlook in Lima, Peru. World Economic Outlook, IMF, ease of doing business, World Bank, right? These 2 things, please don't forget. And as per the World Economic Outlook, India is expected to grow at 7.5% in the financial year 2016, whereas China will grow at 6.3% only. Entire city of Beijing with around 2 crore population. The population of Beijing is more than 2 crores, that is 21 million, and the entire city is covered under video surveillance in view of the people's safety. Look into the next one. ISIS has blown up 2000-year-old Arch of Triumph situated in Palmyra. All of you are well aware. They have previously blown Baal temple, subsequently Baal Shaman temple, and now it is the turn of Arch of Triumph, and these three are situated in Palmyra in Syria. In United States, airstrikes on Medicines Sans Frontiers Hospital. This Medicines Sans Frontiers is the group based in France. It is a voluntary organization based in France, and all of you are well aware, Kunduz was captured by Taliban, and subsequently in the US airstrikes on Kunduz city, this hospital was badly hit and 22 people lost their lives in the hospital. US expressed its regrets for the action. Look into the next one. Russia's warplanes over the airspace of Turkey created the storm, and now it is Russia's support to Syria's President, and ISIS occupied certain regions, and in present day Syria, who is doing what? Nobody knows, and the common man is the sufferer. Look into the next one. Indo-German Centers of Excellence in Agriculture will be created to act as a platform for practical agri-skill development in India. Agri-skill is the need of the hour in the country because of agriculture distress in the country. CEO of iGate, Ashok Vemuri, has resigned recently, and please don't forget, France firm Capgemini purchased iGate for $4 billion. Don't forget. The disgraceful behavior of spectators at Baramati Stadium in Cuttack gave rise to demands that the center of Cuttack, Baramati Stadium, should be banned for future matches, and no decision is yet taken. And in view of India's defeat badly, the unruly behavior of the crowd resulted in the BCCI to think twice before conducting next match at Baramati Stadium, Cuttack. Look into the next one. Country's first totally indigenously designed and built torpedo launch and recovery vessel, INS Astra Tharini. INS Astra Tharini was commissioned recently at Visakhapatnam. This is a torpedo. Torpedo means it is self-propelled with the warhead. It can go below water also, and this torpedo launch vessel INS Astra Tharini was commissioned at Visakhapatnam. Maharashtra government cleared 2 metro projects in Mumbai city at a cost of 12,618 crores, and the 2 metro corridors are expected to be completed by 2019. 5-day-old transport strike was called off. The strike took place because of their demand for the long queues seen at toll gates in highways. Second thing is service tax and tax deduction at source. Against these, they have gone for 5-day strike, and subsequently a committee was formed under the Transport Secretary Vijay Chibbar, and subsequently they called off the strike. Germany returned to India 10th century Durga idol. This 10th century Durga idol belongs to a temple in Pulwama in Jammu and Kashmir, and it went missing 20 years ago. Finally, it resurfaced at Leiden Museum in Stuttgart in Germany, and when German Chancellor visited India, she handed over this Durga idol to the Prime Minister. Students in Kendriya Vidyalaya schools can opt for German as an additional foreign language, and similarly, modern Indian languages will be taught in German schools. FIFA, where is FIFA? FIFA headquarters is Zurich in Switzerland, and FIFA, the football's world governing body, provisionally suspended its president Sepp Blatter and others in view of the corruption allegations. South Korean climate change expert and professor of Korea University in Seoul, Ho Sung-lee, was elected as the new chief of Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This post was previously held by India's R.K. Pachauri, who who resigned subsequently because of some allegations. 3 AIIMS-like institutions, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, 3 AIIMS-like institutions will be established in the country, and they will come up at Nagpur in Maharashtra, Mangalagiri near Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, and Kalyani in West Bengal at a cost of 4,949 crore rupees, and with this the total number of institutions will go up to 11 under PMSSY. Foundation stone was laid for Dr. Ambedkar Memorial in Indo Mills Complex in Mumbai, and 150 feet tall statue will be installed, and a Vipassana hall, a library of 50,000 square feet, auditorium, these will be constructed. And please don't forget Chaitya Bhumi, the memorial for Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is in Mumbai, and Mahaparinirvan Divas is being observed on 6th December every year, which coincides with the death anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In Mumbai, Prime Minister laid foundation stone for 2 metro rail corridors and for 4th container terminal of Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. Delhi Food and Civil Supplies Minister Asim Ahmad Khan was sacked by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on charges of corruption. Shekhar Basu, a renowned scientist, was appointed Atomic Energy Secretary and Chairman of Atomic Energy Commission. At present, he is the Director of BARC and Chief Executive of Nuclear Recycle Board, and he replaces R.K. Sinha, and Basu will be in that post till September 2016 when he attains 64 years. 86 people were killed when 2 suicide bombers struck a rally of pro-Kurdish and labour activists in Ankara. Ankara is the capital of Turkey. Look into the next one. Actor, singer, comedian, famous in South India, Manorama, passed away in Chennai, and her original name is Gopi Shanta. She got Padma Shri in 2002. Veteran music director Ravindra Jain passed away in Mumbai. He overcame visual impairment, one of the leading music composers, and he introduced K.J. Yesudas to Hindi cinema and got Padma Shri in the year 2015. UNESCO agreed to inscribe Nanjing Massacre. Nanjing Massacre is controversial, where Japanese soldiers massacred several Chinese, and this will go into the memory of the world register, and Japan strongly objected to the development. Alexander Lukashenko became the president of Belarus for the 5th time. He is the president for more than 20 years for Belarus, and Baba Ramdev's Patanjali Ayurveda announced that it will be sold in Kishore Bayani's future group, and 200 heritage structures in Mysore. Mysore is in Karnataka. 200 heritage structures in Mysore will follow a color code of white or ivory color to strengthen its self-declared appellation of Ivory City. Jaipur is known as Pink City, and similarly Mysore wants to become Ivory City, and 200 heritage structures will take the color of either off-white or ivory. Right friends, with this let us conclude news at a glance. Please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.